All right, today I am going to quickly walk through how to get your Memberstack profile information into a CMS collection list on your Webflow site. So the one thing you need to do when you're using Memberstack, if you have member page or profile information, is to set up unique pages. And this is going to show you how to access the Memberstack ID to pull that into a collection list to build out those profile pages. So here we are in Memberstack. You have to have already set up your Memberstack to walk through this tutorial. But if you've done all of that, this is what we're going to grab all this profile information, including the Memberstack ID, so that we can set them up in a Webflow CMS. So first things first, we need to come over and create a collection list. So this collection list needs to match everything that you're capturing in Memberstack that you also want to visualize over here in Webflow. Now, I've also added this extra field, which is Memberstack ID. We're not going to be going over these two multi-reference fields here at the bottom. This is a one-step Zap, and without any custom code, you can't pull over multi-reference information. So this is just going through the first few fields here, which are links, email, and plain text. But you're going to want to add in a Memberstack ID field here so that we have a place to put in our Memberstack ID information. Once you've created this collection field, you're going to want to hit save and publish. This is an important step. That information needs to be available so that Zapier knows where to grab it from. So once you've done all of that, come on over to Zapier. Now, if you're not familiar with Zapier, you'll have to sign up and create an account. And once you've done all of that and linked your Memberstack and Webflow, you can create a new Zap. So you're going to start with Memberstack. So choose Memberstack, and every time there is a new member is what our trigger is. Link up your Memberstack account and then come down to your data. Don't forget, whenever you are creating a Zap, you need to have some sort of data to start with. So be sure that you have sent through a test form. I have one here already, just a Jane Doe test with the information that I need. So once you've done all of that, you can go ahead and hit continue. And the first step is done. So we know every time there is a new member in Memberstack, we need to do something in Webflow, and that is update this collection list, which is a live item. So you're going to hit that plus sign, pick Webflow, and then create live item. Once you've done that, you are going to again walk through, choose the correct account, and start to customize the Zap. So you're going to be sure that you pick the proper site and the proper collection. So whatever you've named that CMS collection that you need these members to flow to, that's what you'll populate here. From there, it's pretty simple. Each of these you're just going to line up. So if you've built your collection list to be the same as your Memberstack profile, this should be pretty simple for you. Some of the fields may not apply depending on how you have things set up. So just go through each one and click on it, click the drop down and match them up. So last name, first name, until you get all the way down to Memberstack ID. So this ID, remember, is from our Memberstack information. So you're going to want to grab the ID field here. This will be the Memberstack ID, which isn't visible to you on the Memberstack site, but is a unique identifier. That's what we'll use to show profile dashboards on the Webflow site. So go ahead and populate Memberstack ID with that ID number. Skip over any multi-reference or rich text fields you might have. For my purposes, I named it the same, the Memberstack ID and the slug. That way everything is consistent for me and it's easy for me to see. Archived and draft are both false, as we want this to be live data. Once you have all those fields populated, go ahead and hit send data, test through an item. If your test doesn't go through, be sure that you've published your Webflow site and that you had some dummy data coming through from your Memberstack signup. This would require you to sign up as a fake user on your own site so that all of the data is available. Once that's done, you're all done and ready to go on to the next step. So once you've set up your Zap and have it all turned on, you need to come back over to Webflow and then just hit refresh. I've already done that here, but you're going to want to hit refresh so that it brings in your member information. And as you can see, now you have your Memberstack ID as your name and slug. All of the Memberstack information is now in your collection list, including the Memberstack ID. That is all you need to do to now start building out member profiles. So I will go over that in a couple of tutorials coming up, but that should help get you started so that you can get your Memberstack information over to Webflow. I hope this helped. If you have any other questions or would like me to focus on any other things in these tutorials, please go ahead and let me know below. I would love it if you would subscribe, and until then, have fun.